So we are considering absolute value of real numbers in this video. So we are looking at definition of absolute value of a real number, where we have this what absolute value means. So you could have this if, x if x is greater than 0, 0 if x is equal to 0, and then minus x if x is less than 0. So we are saying that you could have it to be x 0, I can have it to be minus x, something like that. So this minus x could be any number, let's say minus 2, and this is 2, right? So which means this will not hold since x is greater than 0, or it could be less than 0. So this statement is very important. So the absolute value of a number taken as the distance of the point representing the number on the real line from 0, right? This value is taken to be positive. So even if you have minus 2, the absolute value of minus 2 is equal to 2. If you have minus 4, the absolute value is equal to 4. If I have minus 10, the absolute value is equal to 10. So when we are taking the absolute value of a number, we do not regard the sign that number is carrying, whether it's a negative number or a positive number. The absolute value is going to be referred to as a positive number. So if you have the absolute value of x to be equal to a, right? So it means that it implies that x is equal to a or x is equal to minus a, right? If absolute value of x is equal to a, it means that x is equal to a or x is equal to minus a, which does not really matter because at the end what you are going to have is only a, right? So if you now have the absolute value of x less than a, right? So it means that x is less than a or minus x is less than a, right? Which implies that x will be greater than minus a, right? So this will now result to a range of values where you have minus a to be less than x and then less than a, right? So x is between minus a and a. This is from your basic knowledge of equation of inequalities, rather, right? If you have minus x less than a, this is the same thing as saying x is greater than minus a, right? This is what it means. So that's what we have here. So but now if we have the absolute value of x to be greater than or equal to a, right, it means that x is greater than or equal to a or minus x is greater than or equal to a, which implies that x is less than or equal to minus a, right? From the same knowledge that we of what I explained there, right? So generally this is going to mean that x is less than or equal to a and x is greater than or equal to a, right? So let's look at an example here. We have to find the range of x if absolute value of x minus 3 is equal to 5, right? So let's take this out in the plain term. X minus 3 is equal to 5, right? So if you collect like terms, we are going to have what? X to be equal to 5 plus 3, which is going to be equal to 8, right? Or you could have minus x minus 3 is equal to 5, right? So remember what we say, the answer is going to be in two forms, right? It's either this, you take the positive of this directly, take the positive of this directly. Remember when we said the value, absolute value of a equal to a, x mean, absolute value of x equal to a means that x is equal to a or x is equal to minus a, right? Or minus x is equal to a, right? So remember this is what we we said earlier on. So taking this x to be equal to x minus 3 here, so that means this represents the a here, the positive, then this represents the negative, right? So we have the negative here. So let's take this to be minus x plus 3, right? Open bracket, which is equal to 5, right? So minus x is going to be equal to 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2. So minus x is equal to 2, which means x is equal to 2, right? So your answer is that x is equal to 5 or x is equal to minus 2. This is minus 2, because if you divide both sides by minus 1, this is what we're going to have. So these are your values, right? So we have some self-assessment here. Please, you can do them on your own. Is very easy, similarly to what we've done, right? We have absolute 2x minus 6 equal to 6, which means we are going to have 2x minus 6 equal to 6, which is going to be equal to 2x equal to, bring this side, is going to be what, 12, right? So x is going to be equal to 6, or you are going to have minus, right, 2x minus 6 equal to 6, which means this is going to be equal to minus 2x plus 6 equal to 6, minus 2x is going to be equal to 0, taking this aside. So x is going to be equal to 0. So the value is x equal to 0 and or x equal to 6, right? So here you have to take the absolute value of minus 11, which is going to give you 11. So that is the answer. So in the next video we are going to be dealing with complex numbers.